Hey, so guess what? I made it to 53 subscribers and 100 videos. Can you believe it? At the moment, this morning I had 53. Maybe I'll have more when I get home. So I thought I would put together a little something for you. I'm sorry it's a little bit long, but if you make it all the way to the end, first of all, I'll be shocked. But second of all, if you make it all the way to the end, maybe leave a comment and let me know that you made it to the end. And if you feel spunky, maybe you could leave a little comment that says maybe what was your favorite part or what video in there was your favorite of the bunch. I've noticed that the cemetery videos seem to get a lot of views for some reason. And coincidentally enough, there's a cemetery video coming up right after this one. So I filmed it in December, I think, when I went to Pleasant Grove Cemetery, which is the last one on here. And the Manzanita Cemetery video will be the next one. So, and I have a couple more things planned for future videos. So if there's something specific that you'd like to see, let me know, leave it down in the comments, and I will check back with you at the end of this video. So hang tight. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. Today we're at the Black Hole of Calcutta. Gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's much more beautiful than the Black Hole of Depression. This is a better view. There's no Hands Bridge. And the green bridge that you can kind of see right about there is the 49 bridge. And then that Forest Hill Bridge is up at the top. There's me in my goofy hat and the Forest Hill Bridge. Look at that. I'm holding it up with my bare finger. Let's go see what the trail looks like. So all of this would have been filled in with water, if it rained enough to collect water, if they had built the Auburn Dam. This is the nature path at Charles Jensen Botanical Gardens for blind individuals, it says. Geraniums, I didn't say that. Naked ladies. Woo woo. They're not out right now either. Today, our goal is to actually make it to the end of Clementine Trail that we didn't get to do the other day. Attachment. So what is it? Why is it important? And what's a magnet got to do with it? Another fish hook. Another piece of metal. Another fish hook. So what do a parent, a partner, a pet, and a profession have in common? Answer is, they're all things that you can grieve. I know grief is never a pleasant topic to talk about, but it's something that needs to be talked about. And if that's one thing Lion King taught us, it's like the circle of life, right? Wait, I found one. There's one there, a note of hope. Don't make a permanent decision based on a temporary emotion, even when the temporary emotion feels like it might last forever, because there's other options. Yeah, this is Canyon View Preserve. Isn't it pretty? Look at that. Yeah. That is the American River Canyon where we spend a lot of time. But if you want to come and see water in California, this is the place to come because it's pretty. It is pretty out here. Today, I wanted to talk about ambiguous loss, which is a kind of grief that needs its own video. Griffith Quarry was established by Griffith, yes, you heard me right, Griffith, who came to the United States in 1847. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of Griffith Quarry, which is in the little town of Penryn, which is just a little south of Auburn. Let's go down here for a second. Oh, right on. I'm excited now. So come check it out if you want. It's, like I said, it's in Carmichael. It's the FEA Nature Preserve, and there's a little center there that has the animals in it. Don't carry around more than you need to carry around. And remember to include yourself in the forgiveness pile, because sometimes that's the hardest person to forgive. Wow, it looks like I have a halo over my head. Look at that. That's a bright idea. No. Here, there we go. How's that? That was the nutshell version of the boundary lecture for the evening. No, that was the mental meander down Boundary Way. Look at him. He's set up camp down there. This is Sherland Canal. I don't know if this is actually part of Sherland Canal Loop. Oh, you're 0058. Well, it's good to meet you. I just want to kind of get a feel for, oh my. That must be where it goes. Look at that. Well, today I thought we'd take a little quick jaunt over to see the Auburn, what do they call this? The Auburn School Park Preserve. 4 acres. They've really done a lot with these 4 acres. Hello, Mr. Squirrely. What do you know about anxiety? Huh? Lots of us have anxiety. Notice I say us in that. Anxiety is a normal mental and physical response to a perceived threat. You coming to say hi? I don't have nothing for you, but I could pet you. And we need to focus on where we are now. And a way to do that is called the 5 senses. It's a grounding exercise. Hi, big guy. Oh, what you doing? I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. Oh my goodness, aren't you sweet? We already did a video on 5 senses, which is a way to ground yourself. It doesn't necessarily challenge those negative thoughts, but it's a grounding exercise. So what about the thoughts themselves that cause you to be anxious? Well, you can challenge them. The mosquito fire is currently raging in Forest Hill, Michigan Bluff, that area, up in the area outside of Auburn, east of Auburn. Biddy's never been to the river before, have you, Biddy? So today, I thought we'd talk about panic attacks. Isn't that fun? A panic attack, by definition, is an overwhelming sense of fear or anxiety. I mean, it goes well beyond normal levels of anxiety. It's a ground squirrel practicing grounding techniques. I thought we'd do leaves on a stream. Remember I kind of mentioned leaves on a stream in the anxiety video? Leaves on a stream is actually helpful if you know how to use it. See that tiny little arrow right there? That's you are here. That's where we are. And this is our river. And if you go that way, all the way that way, that goes up to Auburn, where we usually spend a lot more time. Thanks for joining me on my little adventure down to Grist Mill Recreation Area. I'm gonna go across the river and see what's over there. Might make another video over there. It's hard to say. I love my river. I'm standing in the middle of it, as a matter of fact. This is William B. Pond Recreation Area. This is Claybanks, part of William B. Pond Recreation Area. Well, we made it to Portland, waiting for my ride so we can explore Astoria this week. This is the base that tipped over, so this is the underside of the tree that would have tipped over. That's how big the sucker was. So I guess we're on our way out of this trail and down to Short Sands Beach. So when we get down to the beach, I'll get you back out and this is the ocean, Pacific Ocean on the Oregon coast. Well, it's got to go somewhere. There's no dates on it or anything. Maybe it was an anchor, a thing to tie off something.
I don't know why it would be there.
Wow, look at that.
It's a mama tree.
It is a mama tree. Look at it.
Nature will prevail.
That's right. What are we specimening? Oh, is that a slug? Is that a banana slug?
I think it is. They get pretty big.
Another shot of another spur of Dry Creek, which is supposed to be about that wide compared to the rest of this. Well, come on, Biddy. Do you want to go for a happy birthday walk? Okay, you ready? This is what you think of hiking? I stopped at this place. It's called Sacramento River Park Trail. Central area is where we're at. And the river usually is not this high. I mean, obviously those trees right there are not supposed to be underwater. I thought I'd stop by Effie Yaw. We were here, I think in October or something like that. I thought I'd stop by and see the river. That's way higher than last time. I thought I'd stop by and check out this park. Again, it's a park, it's not a hike, it's just to check out a park. And again, the point of my whole doing this is for people who want to know what these places are before they go to them. Good grief, that erosion, that cut from the water. And that's how much rain we had, man. That's the thing, like I said before, we have a drought for 7 years and we get 7 years of rain all at once. Well, today I thought I would stop by Mather Lake, which is in the city of Rancho Cordova, which is just like east of Sacramento. It was an Air Force base for many, many years. Well, today I had occasion to be in El Dorado Hills, which is east of Sacramento, on the way to Placerville. Oh, look at that tree. Isn't that amazing? Look at those branches. They came down off of there. So, this little hike might be over for this season, so you won't get to see the main attraction. Right now, I am the main attraction because I think I broke my ankle. Here it is. It's not supposed to look like that. It's got an owie. So we're gonna go wait for the doctor to come. Today we are at Folsom Lake State Recreation Area. Actually, we're at a place called Beals Point. Can you see that? Probably not as too bright, but look at that cool piece of quartz. And a giant bag of trash that gets bigger and bigger by the second. I did Beals Point on the 25th of March, and then I did the You Deserve a Break Today trail on the 27th of March, so 2 days later. So 2 days later, this ended up getting me this. So it's called the Silver Linings Positive Psychology Exercise. And like I said before, I am so grateful that I only broke my ankle, because the trail that I was on, it could have gone so much worse. I'm at a little park in Roseville that's called Veterans Memorial Park North, and their south version is down that way, and then if you keep going a little farther south from Veterans Park South, you'll come to Blue Oaks Park, which is the one we did along that creek. Anyway, I'm here with me, my boot, and who is this? Blue Streak, my new little scooter that Mama Bear got me. Well, if you have seen my video, A Pleasant Blue Meander, you might recognize that bridge and that dirt path, which we took when we were here last. We were here before, except I scoffed. See, that's what happens when you scoff. Scoffed at the paved part. I had somebody ask me specifically to do something about conflict resolution, you know, family conflict, but it doesn't have to be specific to families. So I'm going to put links for the conflict resolution, I statements, and how to apologize under the video in the descriptions. You know, we hear a lot about red flags, relationship red flags. You know, oh, the guy yells at you or whatever. It's like, oh, that's a red flag. Well, sometimes there's green flags, and people don't think about the green flags. It's like, what's right in a relationship? And it's great to do individual therapy too. So if you think there's something in your past that's making your current relationship not work well, get some therapy. Well, today I have gone to a place in Lincoln, which is between Auburn and Sacramento, kind of, sort of. It's called Coyote Pond Park, and it is a nature reserve, they call it. So Blue Streak and I made it all the way around the pond, and it is about a half a mile around the pond, which isn't too bad. And you can do it on a scooter or like a wheelchair or something like that. So despite being able to actually define the difference between fact and opinion in our rational brain, sometimes our emotional brain does not differentiate between a fact and an opinion. Not all of our facts, especially when it is about ourselves, are actually facts. Are they verifiable? Something tangible, something that you can verify? Part of the thing about determining whether it's an accessible trail or not has to do with parking, the trail itself, and how you get to the trail. So it checks the boxes for, you know, handicap parking, boring flat paved trail. However, you can't get to the trail because it's gravel. This parking lot is all gravel. I could just say, good job, because guess what today we're talking about? Praise, using praise. Lead by example. If you don't want your kids to yell and scream and hit each other, don't yell and scream and hit them, and don't yell and scream and hit your spouse or anybody else in the house, or your animals. Don't yell and scream and hit your animals either. Biddy came along for the ride, didn't you, Biddy?
Come say hi, Betty. There's my itty bitty. She's my itty bit.
We just had a nice little magnet fishing adventure with a girl, I think her name was Imogene, with her Auntie Fran. This is what fishing does. Today I'm at a car show, in case you can't tell, behind me, and I've got 55 guy here.
That's right.
He's going to tell me all about his truck.
This is a 59 Chevy Apache short bed fleet side. One of the first Chevys with a steel body fleet side.
What is self-care exactly? So it usually involves some kind of everyday activity that you find relaxing or fun or energizing or whatever. There's a formula actually for self-care that's like 5 minutes a day, an hour a week, and a day a month, and a week a year. You have happiness, or happy, sad, mad, fear, disgust, which is actually an emotion, and surprise. See, I almost forgot. I surprised myself. And so the emotion part is that part, is the part in the amygdala. The feeling part is what your body is going through in that emotion. Well, yet again, here's another plane coming in. It's me, I tell you, it's me. love these pine trees. I can't remember what they're called, but they always look furry to me. That's the furry trees. Today, I thought I would do a quick little mental meander on habits. Habits can be broken down and broken down and broken down until you get the teeniest, tiniest little part of that habit that you can incorporate into your life. When I did the habits video, I kind of mentioned briefly just addiction, that word addiction, and that word addiction scares a lot of people. So what is an addiction and what are the stages of that whole process? It's called Hinkle Creek Trail and Nature Reserve. They have warning signs everywhere about poison oak and ticks. Winnie the Pooh would be happy. Look at that, man. And guess what? I have company. Finally.
Finally.
Montana Mama decided she wanted to go with me. Say hi.
I've always wanted to go
Say
with
hi, Montana Mama. This is the Nissinan Tribute Trail. Who can say this bridge name, but so we're going to abandon this effort and try across the thing. And we'll go back up here.
Or you can slide on your whole body, that's for sure.
Yeah, it feels like snow. It's snow water. This is from 1924, the old Bear River Bridge that replaced a span from 1852. I'll put some information underneath the video about Bear River and where it comes from and where it goes. Well, I'm down at Mammoth Bar, and as you might be able to see, let me show you, it's mostly cobbles. Well, we finally made it down to the river at Mammoth Bar. How clear it is. Can you believe that, how clear that is? Well, we made it up to behind Wharton's. This is a little market, his name, Wharton's Market, which is a very cool market. It's got all kinds of stuff. I was just seeing how close it got. Those trees right there, right there. And there's the building. They saved the building. There it is, the little tiny old cemetery. Oh, look. Lester Benbow died in 1970 in a rescue of a fellow man. I'm going to have to look him up, Lester. They gave him his own flag. Old Joe the Stagehorse, shot by a stage robber, 1901. Now Old Joe is buried under Forest Hill Road. They didn't move him, they just moved his marker. So he's under the road somewhere. Love languages are the way that people give and receive love. It's what their preference is for dirt bike. What their preference is for the way they feel like that they're being loved. Because if you're also showing love to somebody else in the way that you prefer to receive that love, their love language might be completely different. But sometimes we put the wrong people on the little committee in our head that starts to dictate how we react to things. Now, the trick is to go through that little boardroom, that little committee in your head, find out who's a positive influence and who's not. And the ones that aren't, fire them. They don't need to be there. Replace them with somebody else who's more positive. I think probably within the last 10, 15 years or so, there's been a term that's out there. It's called gaslighting. But at work or at church or, out with friends or whatever, your memory is perfectly fine. But at home or whatever, with the gaslighter, manipulator person, all of a sudden you don't have a good memory. Might not be you, might be them. As a therapist, if I hear about elder abuse, child abuse, dependent adult abuse, or if I think that you're going to hurt yourself or someone else, then I have to tell somebody. The people that are the abusers have a way of being charming and so sweet and so wonderful, and until they're not. I had a friend that asked me a question, and it was kind of a personal question, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to answer it without actually going too much in detail that you don't need. A time when you might have, I might have been lost or hopeless or stuck in a situation that's like, how did I get here and how do I get out? So today I thought I'd do a real quick video on values clarification, and that is just defining what your values are, the beliefs that make you tick. But sometimes we go through life, adult life, with values that aren't really ours. We just kind of inherited them and think that they're ours. And so analyze them. Where did I learn this? Oh, this was mom's. Mom valued this and dad valued that, and society values this. Well, today I'm actually out in Roseville on a little boring flat paved trail called Miners Ravine. It's really actually a long trail. It's 13 something miles from one end to the other. You're not supposed to do that, man. They're coming behind you. So I made it back down into the confluence area. That bridge is behind me. I don't know if you can see it or not. There it is. And I don't really have a destination in mind. I kind of had an idea of where I was going to go, but we are officially under the bridge again. We just came up from down there. Clementine Trail is over there with all those people on it. If you keep going that way, that's the North Fork Dam. So I thought I'd pop in really quick with the simplest of simple. What is therapy? Because people are afraid of that word. It's a scary word. Because people, I don't need therapy. I don't need to go tell some stranger all my problems. What are they going to do for me? Well, you don't know until you go. Think of it as not a scary thing. Think of it as life skills. Think of it as learning coping skills, relational skills, if you have trouble relating to people. I thought I would do a quick little video on shame versus guilt. Do you know the difference? Because a lot of people use those words interchangeably, and they're not the same thing. A real nutshell version of it is shame is more, I'm a bad person, and guilt is, I've done a bad thing, but I'm still a good person. This disorder is pretty common, but people don't know they have it. And if you have it, or if your loved one has it, you don't have to live like that. There's ways to work with this. In case you hadn't figured out, this particular disorder is borderline personality disorder. Am I a builder who works with care, measuring life by rule and square? Am I shaping my deeds by a well-made plan, patiently doing the best I can? Or am I a wrecker who walks the town, content with the labor of tearing down? But the builder or the wrecker? Think about that. Which one are you? And how can you improve? I'm in Lincoln today. I came to visit a friend, and I'm on what is called Auburn Ravine Trail. Hi, little squirrely. Did I freak you out? Hi, baby. Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm out of here, he says. I'm gone. Today I'm in the thriving metropolis of Modesto with Gypsy Girl. But this alleyway between the buildings is a canvas. I really like that one. Well, today we're at Rattlesnake Bar. It's not a bar, but it is an old mining town. So Rattlesnake Dick from Quebec, Canada, 1833. In 1850, he came to California. When he was 20 years old, he was accused of horse stealing, although now it appears he was innocent. He was even sent to San Quentin. Is the way that medications, specifically psychiatric medications, but all medications, change in effectiveness and how we respond to them as we age. Your dosages will probably change as you get older, and because as we get older, our kidneys and our livers kind of tend to slow down a little bit, like the rest of us. So today I had to go up to El Dorado Hills, and I thought on the way home I would stop and check out Mormon Island Relocation Cemetery. This is the Folsom Dam, the North Fork of the American River that creates the Folsom Lake. It's all this area right here. Last time we were at Rattlesnake Bar, which is right up here. Well, today on my way home, I thought I would stop by and drill you with a bunch of questions. No, actually, only one question. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? Happiness doesn't come from the outside. Unfortunately, if it did, there'd probably be a lot more happy people around in the world. Happiness actually comes from the inside. Patience means active waiting and enduring. It means working, hoping, and exercising faith and bearing hardship with fortitude. A lot of people don't have enough fortitude these days to endure things well. Impatience, and in other words, the lack of patience, is generally considered a symptom of selfishness. Because you want it now, you don't care who you're going to hurt to get it. It's like, it's mine, I want it now. Today, we are at Avery's Pond, and Montana Mama has gone back to the car to take the little wagon back to the car because it's too much to climb up this hill. So we went the wrong way. Now we're on our way back. Well, today, Buster and I thought we'd come out on a little excursion to check out this hidden, unique feature that I will show you if we can make it to it. It's the old, oops, hold on. It's the old Placer County Hospital Cemetery. So, because the other cemetery was locked and we couldn't get in it, I thought I'd come to the old Auburn City Cemetery, and look who I found. Oh, look, here's another little lamb. $364,116 heroes of 1861-1865 who died battling for the nation's life. Huh, that's cool. Yeah, these are Civil War. Corporal Rice, cavalry. Lieutenant Stevens. Okay, I picked up a Mylar balloon, plastic cottage cheese cup, and a full bottle of Irish Spring soap. So if anybody wants to take a shower, let me know. Really? Everything's exciting, isn't it, Mr. Ed? And today we are at Lake Natoma Black Miners Bar, actually. And we are, I don't know if you can see it or not, we are right, well, Black Miners Bar day use area, but we're actually right here at the end of this little road. And if, like I said, if the word gold scares you, change it to something that doesn't scare you or doesn't sound so intimidating, because it can sound intimidating. But if you phrase it like, by this time next year, I would like to have done or like to be in the habit of doing X, Y, Z, it seems less daunting. Well, I made it down into the canyon on January 1st, 2024 for the first day hikes. Okay, now this is Training Hill. I've done Training Hill, coming down Training Hill, and it's a killer, man. It doesn't look nearly as steep on the camera as it does in person. But trust me, it's a butt kicker. We're actually in Sutter County and at the Pleasant Grove Cemetery, and we're in, obviously, the town of Pleasant Grove, which is tiny. There was a request for a picture of this headstone at this cemetery. Oh, there he is. Is that him? Oh, there's another. Oh yeah, she's on there. I found him. Yay! That's kind of the one I was thinking of, but I got sidetracked by that one with the airplane on it. Look at, that's her. All right. So did you make it? Did you survive that 45 minutes of whatever, however long, 40 something minutes of all those videos? Can you believe that? If you did survive to the end, maybe you could leave a comment that let me know that you made it all the way through, and which video in there was your favorite. That'd be helpful to know. I noticed, I think I said this already, but I noticed my cemetery videos seem to do pretty well for whatever reason, genealogy and family history and that kind of thing. And as conveniently enough, I have another one coming up in a few days of Manzanita Cemetery, which is one I went and did in December when I did Pleasant Grove Cemetery. So that one will be coming up soon. But I have more videos planned of different places I want to go, different hikes I want to do, and and different topics I want to talk about for Mental Meanders. So if you have any suggestions or comments or something, let me know. I want to hear from you. And I want to thank all my 53 subscribers at the moment. And maybe I could get, like I said, to 100 pretty soon. So anyway, with that, I will leave you in peace. And I again thank you for the support and for making it through to the end. And I will talk to you later.